welcome to Cooking with Gina. My name is Gina Virginia Casella. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Gina Virginia Casella. And I'd love for you to join my Facebook group, Dragon Dreams. And don't forget to pick up your copy on Amazon.ca, written by yours truly, Gina Virginia Casella. So this morning, I'm feeling a bit out of breath. I started recording myself reading some of the Dragon Dreams, and I'm going to be posting some of it as audios on my YouTube channel. And so I'm excited to share those, and I hope you're excited to listen to them. So what am I cooking today? I don't know. I think I'm going to have some tacos, but I don't think I'm going to use taco seasoning. I want it to be more of like a roasted kind of taste with rice. I'm not really sure. And this garlic and herb cheese, I actually forgot about it. Bursin. It's dairy free. I read over the ingredients. I'm under an impression that it's vegan. If it's not, please let me know. And it's all and fine herbs. So I've never tried this before. I bought it, I don't know, like a week ago. I just forgot about it. Part of me wanted to make a spaghetti sauce out of this. Maybe I'll do that on a different day. I just had spaghetti yesterday. And so I think what I'm going to do, at least in this moment, is I've got some chickpeas, rice, and garlic and orange pepper. I'm going to put that in the tacos, but then these two potatoes I'm going to have as fries. And I think I'm going to put some of the garlic herb cheese like inside the taco shell. And then I think I'm going to just like put a blob on my fries. I'm still figuring it out. What do you think I should do? Let me know in the comments. What would you do if you had these ingredients? But one thing I know is that whatever I do, it's going to be tasty. So I meant to grab an onion downstairs. I forgot. Oh, well. That's okay. I'll just put extra garlic in it. So I'm cooking for one today. I don't know what name brand rice this is. It's just regular white rice. So I'm going to give it a rinse and add some water and put it in the rice cooker. Okay, so I got my rice in the rice cooker. And the next thing I'm going to do is I already gave these potatoes a rinse. I also washed my orange pepper. So I think what I'm going to do is just make it like French fry style. And I'm going to leave the skins on. So what are you up to today? I know I'm struggling with contrast in my life because my throat is bothering me, and it wasn't bothering me until I started recording myself. So I'm going to persevere through that. I thought about, I forget what it's called now. I thought about going online and recording myself, and then people could buy the audio of me speaking, but it really doesn't pay a lot of money. And I feel it's just kind of too stressful for the odd time that I make a mistake, like to have to redo the whole chapter, you know? So I thought Dragon Dreams, it was created for the Soul Tribe. So the Soul Tribe will pay money for the Kindle or the paperback. And I think it's just going to be a bonus from me to the world to have the audios that I do record. I'm not going to record everything, but I'm making a lot of audios from the Dragon Dreams. So people who might not be big readers or may not have a strength in reading, that it's not a money issue for them, that they can still access Dragon Dreams in some way, shape, or form by listening to some of the audios that I create. And I also thought it would be really neat to hear my voice reading the very pages. I personally enjoy it when authors read their own stories. It's just cool. And this morning, going over book 1, I'm almost done going over book 2. I haven't looked at them since the spring, and so it's nice to read what's in there. And I feel really proud of myself, and I wonder if you can relate. Let me know in the comments. I'm just munching on some orange pepper. So I cut up 2 small potatoes, and I feel like this might be a bit too much food here, but I mean, I don't mind having extra fries. And I've got some peppers. I'm going to add oil on this in a minute. I wanted to just clear this space for the garlic that I'm going to chop up. It's not clean. There we go. And I wanted to try this garlic spread here just for what it is. It tastes really good. It tastes like there's a taste in there I can't identify. Like maybe it's because it's a brand new package. I'm tasting like some plastic smell or something. It doesn't expire until December. But either way, it's good. And I'm going to eat it anyways. And just, what does that taste? Yeah, there's some kind of like freshness taste in there. I don't know. I'm sensitive to smell. So if I can smell it, I can taste it. And maybe just handling the plastic, I don't know, maybe it's placebo effect in my head. But either way, it's good. Do you like it? Have you tried it before? I'm just going to wash my hands and peel up this garlic. So I'm probably going to have 3 or 4 tacos. I figured I'll probably put 3 or 4 pieces of garlic in my mixture here. So I got 3 little cloves. One was on the bigger side, so I thought, well, 2 actually were kind of big, so I thought those are gonna, this all combined is equivalating to 4 pieces of garlic. And I'm intentionally leaving them big. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some olive oil, and usually I toss this up in a metal dish. Oh, not exactly tossing easily here. Okay. You know, I think most days when I do cooking with Gina, I'm on the tired side, and I was thinking about it. I've been on the tired side for like 2 months, probably more. But that's okay. I mean, this morning I woke up at about 4 o'clock, which is good because ideally I'd like to be up at 3:10. And Rosie and I have our little routine. And when I'm on schedule, I wake up at 3:10, do my dream journaling, take care of Rosie, I work out, and just really resonate, weaving my wisdom in the dark. And then, you know, nobody's calling at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I just really love it. So, okay, I've got this. I also have chickpeas, and I don't really feel like them, but the point of having chickpeas was to, you know, add to the protein and nutritional factor here in my meal. So I think what I'm going to do is crack open this can of peas, chickpeas. It's Unico name brand. And I'm excited because I'm going to keep the container. I was just thinking to myself the other day, I could use another little can to put something in. Shuffling things around where I'm living right now. So I got a can with my contact solution and a little container in it. I've got another can with some pens. I don't remember what else offhand now. I just like having cans. And I was thinking it'd be nice to have a can. I've got about 3 or 4 nail polishes just to put the containers in there, just to utilize my little space a bit more. So I'm wondering, what do you use for cans? I'm just going to quickly open this and give it a rinse. I'll show you what it looks like in case you've never opened up a can of chickpeas before. All right, so I got my can of chickpeas opened. And it's really watery in there, so the thing to do is just to strain it and give it a rinse. It's like a light water, whereas if you were to open up a can of beans, it's like on the thicker side. So you just want to make sure that you rinse it is the message that I'm sending you. So I'm going to do that right now. I almost forgot to turn the camera back on. So the nice thing about these chickpeas, you can just eat them like this, right out of the can, or you can heat them up. If you buy them in the plastic bag, they're not cooked, so you have to soak them or heat them. So I'm just going to toss these in here, and I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil right on them, and just, sorry, you can't see, mix it with my hands. Whoops. And I'm just going to toss them into this corner over here. Okay, so I got potatoes, garlic, orange pepper, and chickpeas going into the oven. I typically put the temperature at 400. It's already preheated. And the rest of the chickpeas, I'm going to put them in a container and put them in the fridge. I'm just wondering, what do you do with your leftover chickpeas? I've put them in spaghetti before, but I prefer not to do that. I like to keep the chickpeas for things like salad or tacos, or just like I'll mash them and put, like, garlic in there and make like a hummus essentially out of it. Something I like to do is I'll take pickled beets and I'll mix that with this. Each single individual chickpea has a skin around it, and so I don't worry about it. You can eat it, which I do, but if I was making something like hummus, then what I do is I intentionally rub my hands all over it, just kind of work with it, and it easily breaks off that top skin layer, and then you can just take it away. It's not too big of a deal if you leave it on. It's just more smooth of a paste, and arguably you could put it in a food processor to help out with that. But usually my method, cooking with Gina, it's like camping. I just take a fork and mash it. Keep it real simple. Something I thought about doing was maybe putting some seasoning, taco seasoning, on the chickpeas when they come out of the oven. So I'll see how I'm feeling. I also may or may not put taco seasoning on the rice when it's done cooking. My initial intention was not to use taco seasoning, but now I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure if the taco seasoning will go with this here. And I think when I saw the orange peppers, I thought, ooh, I want to mix it with this. And I was thinking like baked potato in my head. So I don't know. Do I, don't I? What should I do about taco seasoning? Should I save it for another day? Maybe tomorrow with the leftovers, I'll taco it up with taco seasoning. What do you think I should do? Let me know. So today, what am I drinking? I'm drinking herbal tea. I just put it in a container. It's a liter. I fill it up with water, put a tea bag in there, and I've got President's Choice white tea. It's hibiscus, and I really like this tea. I find one tea bag is plenty to put in here, and I don't boil it. I just take it straight from the tap. And I really like the hibiscus on its own. Sometimes I'll put it in a bigger water container, like a 2-liter jug, and I'll mix it with the raspberry tea bag. I like to mix it up with the ginger, lemon ginger. And I'm wondering about you. I really enjoy herbal teas. I don't drink them hot too often, but when I do enjoy them. And I'm inconsistent of whether I put cream in them or not. It just depends what I have on hand. I went through a little phase before I became vegan, transforming into vegan. I would religiously buy cream for my tea and my coffee, and I really enjoyed it. But when I was starting to transfer out of that, I would buy the powdered cream, which isn't vegan, at least what I was using. And powdered cream in coffee I thought was okay, but I really didn't like the powdered cream in tea. And then I just was like not putting cream at all in my tea for the longest time. And then now when I have the odd cup of tea, I'm putting in the oat milk or the almond milk, and it's really nice. And food is one of those simple pleasures in life. And so, I mean, it's been easier than I thought it would be transforming into the vegan cuisine. But every now and then, I just default to other ways of knowing, or I find my mind is looking for an ingredient and it's like, oh, yeah, that's not vegan. Like the instant coffees or the powdered cream. So let me know, what's the powdered cream vegan version out there, and what's a good instant coffee. Instant coffees, they already have like the sugar and the cream in there. What's a good vegan name brand? I don't like sugar in my coffee, but I do like to add cream. And I find in my experience, it needs to be sweetened, or it needs to say vanilla on there. So um, maybe I'm starting to like a little bit of sweetness to my coffee as a default. I don't know. Can you relate? Let me know in the comments. I feel like this is a magnifying glass. So when my rice is ready, which is almost any moment, I'm going to put some Earth Balance on there. Vegan butter. I'm not being endorsed by these companies, just sharing with you what I'm using. And I'm still not sure if I'm going to put taco seasoning or not, but I think I will start spreading a little bit of this garlic herb cheese on my tacos. And then I forgot to tell you, I'm using Old El Paso tacos, and I love these kits because it comes with the salsa and the seasoning. I don't always use the salsa or the seasoning right away, but it's great just to keep them in the cupboard for another time. You never know what I'm going to be up to. What are you up to? So I was just going to start spreading some garlic and herb cheese, and I heard my rice cooker tick here. So I'm going to unplug it, even though it's finished cooking. I find it stays way too hot, so I always remove it from the heat. Even remove it right from the container. It's just too hot, folks. Especially if you have a small amount in it like I do. And part of me wants to add the cheese right in here, which I think I'm going to do that. The universe knew. Stop her and click the rice cooker so the rice is done cooking right in the nick of time to save her from spreading the cheese on the tacos. When you add cheese to rice, it makes like a risotto, if you will. No matter what I'm doing, I always add butter to my rice. Okay, going to add some garlic cheese in there. And I was planning on putting some on my potato, but I might not do that anymore. I think just putting the cheese in with the rice is nice. So I'm just breaking the cheese up gently. And I'm folding my rice right over top. So I wasn't expecting to do this at all, and I'm really glad I did. Part of me doesn't even want tacos anymore. Just want to put like the orange peppers on here. It smells really good. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to just scrap the tacos entirely and just have this rice and save the tacos for tomorrow. I literally just took it out of the package, put it here, and then I was going to literally take my knife and I was going to hit the unpause button and tell you that I needed to be careful so I didn't break these. But anyways, I don't know. I feel torn. Part of me just wants to have a taco to say that I'm having a taco, but I will save it for tomorrow. And who knows? By the time tomorrow comes, I might do something completely different. That's how I function in the kitchen. I'm wondering about you. I'm wondering if you've ever had a moment like I'm having a moment now. I'm wondering if there's been any experiences in your kitchen world where you're like, oh, I need to scrap this idea and do that now, or maybe just in the nick of time the rice cooker was done like me today. So I'd love to know in the comments. Let me know. Love to hear about it. So if I had some scallions, some green onions, I could add that in here. I think this is going to come together really nicely. What I'm going to do in just a moment is check on my things in the oven, and I'll be right back. So just before I check on my stuff in the oven, I don't want my rice to get cold. It's kind of a fine song and dance because you want to keep the lid on, but if it's going to take too long, then the rice is at risk for getting kind of soggy. So you just want to monitor it. The little hole here on the top helps it. And I've never had a problem just leaving rice in here as it is. And it's really good. And unlike the other cheeses, I don't feel like it's sticking to my teeth. We'll see. I'm going to check on those potatoes now and the other stuff. Almost forgot to turn on the camera. And you know what? I left my mitts upstairs again, my oven mitts. So if you're like me and using a cloth, you just have to be careful that you don't, there's a lot of ovens have the element on the bottom and the cloth could catch on fire. So just be careful. This isn't ready, but it is getting there by the looks of it. Just flip over my orange peppers here. Oh, you can't really see. Okay. So those of you who are new to Cooking with Gina, I originally started this because I wanted to offer all these programs and whatnot. And part of the homework that I was going to give to clients was to make little videos and pictures about something that brings them joy, something that they do, like a project that's already on the go, that maybe they haven't done in a while, and to do that again because it brings them joy. And I wanted them to do that for like a 21-day challenge, if they wanted to make it a 30-day challenge. you know, just in light of making it like a month-long thing. That's important. When it comes to the rules of the mind, you want to do anything for 21 days for 3 weeks, because that is how the rules of the mind work. And you want to do it every day, 21 days in a row to reinforce. So even if you're like on day 7 or day 18 and you're like, oh yeah, I'm in this routine, I don't need to keep doing it, do it for at least the whole 21-day duration without skipping a day, because that's part of how the mind works. And you don't want your efforts to go to waste. This here needs another, I don't know, probably another good 10 minutes or so. So I'm just going to tidy up here and I'll be back. So I'm just making myself another bottle of water here. So I have some tea in a glass, and then I just always like to have the water ready and available. Otherwise, I don't know about you, but I tend not to drink water. For the past week, I haven't really been drinking water. I've been enjoying a lot of extra cups of coffee. I've been enjoying beer and coolers, and time to get some hydration. So when I go to bed, I usually keep a water bottle just like this right beside me, or I take a mason jar, which is about this size, and I make sure it's full of water before I go to bed, because I wake up in the middle of the night and I don't feel stressed out about it. I wake up, my water is right there, I have a drink, I reassure myself that I'm going to remember my dreams. Typically I feel like relaxed, and then I just go right back to sleep. Because I'm drinking water so much, biology calls and I end up having to go to the bathroom. So usually like the next time I wake up, I might only wake up like once or twice in the night, and it's just for like a little few minutes. But when I get up to go to the washroom, I'm like up, you know? And so I was up today at around 4, and that makes me feel good, because the intention is to get to the 3 a.m. timestamp, but that will come more in the spring, summer. Winter's darker, I tend to need more sleep, and that's okay. I'm wondering about you. What does your sleep cycle look like, and how do you make your tea? And in case you were wondering, I made hibiscus tea again, the same kind. I was also wondering, just while I'm waiting for the stuff in the oven to finish, I'm wondering if you've ever had a dream where you're like, was that a dream? Did I go somewhere? Did I have an out of body experience, or did my environment around me change? I'd love to know about it in the comments. If you're interested in such things, you would definitely be interested in my Dragon Dream series. It's all about multiple dimensions. And if you join my Facebook group, Dragon Dreams, in the files section, there's a free resource for you just to get it started. Bridging your dream life with your waking life. There's some tips and tricks in there. And I've got a bunch of diagrams to help you organize your information. And so when you first start dream journaling, it can be a daunting task, because typically people will say to me, well, I don't know what to write. I don't remember my dreams. I don't know what I think. And it's like, you know what? You do actually. You might not remember every single detail or whatever, but when you wake up in the morning, make it a point to wake up extra early so you have time to dream journal, and have yourself, like, set yourself up for success. Have some pencil crayons that are already sharpened, ready to rock and roll. Have your book right there by your bed, so you're not looking for it and whatnot. You're not turning on big bright lights and whatnot, and you just sink into it. And whatever thoughts are on your mind, even if they're like super negative, shitty thoughts, write all that down, because that's what needs to be addressed. And then what you can do is like pull a tarot card or something like that to inspire your thinking. And I like tarot cards and oracle decks that ask questions, because that way you can answer them in relation to whatever's going on, and make parallels about what the card is saying versus how you're thinking and feeling. And I also like it when there's things that you can do, like go out in nature and talk to a tree. The next time you see a chipmunk, say hi to it. And then in the morning, you can write about that, whether you dreamt about it or not. And then maybe you'll start thinking about that more and then start to bridge that chipmunk into your dream. Maybe that chipmunk that you said hi to was one of your spirit guides. Ask them what their name was. I wouldn't expect to just wake up in the morning and be where I'm at with my dream journaling. It's something that took me a good 6 to 9 months before I even started to really see patterns. And it's something that I did every day. And I had the luxury of time where, because I had a severe panic attack, I was off work. So I would wake up early and I would typically write down all of my thoughts, which were all like super negative, shitty thoughts. And then I would do as described. And then eventually I would start rewriting my dream journal so it was more positive. I was rewriting my Akashic record, if you will. And then I started to have mentors and guides in my dreams that were always there, but I was starting to piece it together. And then I would have these amazing conversations with them, and we would talk about my feelings. And um, geez, that was, I started, I mean, like, throughout my life, the odd time I would go through phases where I would try and write my dreams down, and I never went anywhere with it. Like, I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I'd be like, oh, I woke up, I remember my dream. And just as I would go to write it, I don't remember what anything that I dreamt. Or, I would wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh, I'm definitely going to remember this dream. And I wouldn't. Or I'd wake up with the intention in the morning of doing my dream journal, and it wouldn't come together. But to be fair, I wasn't consistent. It was very random and it was just going through phases. But then when I was going through my journals, and that's the thing too, hang on to your journals. A lot of people every year will burn their journals like on New Year's Eve or something like that. For what it's worth though, like, do your fire ceremony, but the actual like bulk of the journal, keep it, because all the answers are in there. If you're just like, releasing negativity, bitching and complaining, yeah, don't hang on to that. But like, you want to keep your dream journal so that you can look for patterns. And when I looked for patterns, my patterns really started in 2015. I was going through a challenging time. I relocated myself. A few years later, I relocated myself again, and 2015 came rolling around, and I had to make a lot of changes. And that's when I started really connecting to the Archangel Michael, actually. And I would write to him, Dear Archangel Michael, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know why the Archangel Michael, there's other archangels, but at that time, he seemed to be the one that I should write to. And then I was having these dreams about this orange cat that would come into my life every now and then. When I look back, the orange cat imagery symbolism is the Archangel Michael. And then as my dream journals went on, they intensified. So in 2015, I wasn't doing it every day. But then eventually 2021 came rolling around and I was doing it every day. And it was like, oh, geez, I wish I kept more of those dream journals so I can look for more of those parallels. And even just images, like, even though, the image might not be the same, just the color orange, for example, is like a blanket that has to do with Amanda, who is simultaneously the Archangel Michael, who is simultaneously this orange cat, who is simultaneously this orange fox named Lucky. And it just basically anything that's orange. There's the goddess Isis. She presents herself as orange to me. It was confusing, especially like the male female thing. But working with the concept of oneness, it's like we're all male, female. We just take on this form, this dominating archetype of the feminine, masculine. Actual, gender aside, it's like an energy that comes with it. And yes, there's the biological component as well. But anyways, the point is, I never watched scary movies growing up, and so it's worth noting because It's a testament to my experience when I talk about the ghosties, because it's like, where did these ideas come from if I'm not watching scary movies? You know, if I'm not watching ET movies, where are my ideas coming from? And it's coming from sharing stories just with folks like yourselves. Yeah, I'm sure some of it was inspired by things like David Bowie's Labyrinth or even Harry Potter, um, cartoons when I was a kid, Muppet Babies and whatnot. But um, we tend to receive and give information in certain ways. And for me, it seems to come through the subconsciousness of just having that liberation of writing flow. Whether it makes sense or doesn't make sense, you just write. And I've greatly benefited from it. So I'm wondering if you can relate, and I'm wondering if you have nightmares often, because if you have a nightmare, that actually means that there's something you need to address. And that nightmare is not going to go away until you address it. And so even if you have a nightmare of, like, let's say your father hops in a car, is in a car accident and died, that doesn't mean your father's going to die of a car accident. I mean, it could be a premonition, like a future flash forward. Maybe you're psychic like that, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how um, in your dream, that's actually you in the car. It's just that your mind is using the image of your father. Same with if in your dream a monster is chasing after you, that monster is actually you chasing after you in your dream. So don't be scared of whatever images are being presented to you in your dreams. Just see them out, all of them, as metaphors. Think beyond the words, see into the greater themes, and just remember that dreams are very much like poetry. And so the focus is never on the details, it's always on the greater themes. And the plot is just there to serve as a vehicle to get it going, because our logical minds demand a beginning, a middle, and an end. So, anyways, I'm just getting passionate now, sharing out. And it'll be nice when I don't know, in the next week or so, I feel like cooking with Gina. I probably won't talk too much about Dragon Dreams. It'll just be more about like cooking and vegan cuisine. And then I'll be separately posting things from the Dragon Dream series and making videos about that being available to folks. And so a final thought was, your ailments are like nightmares too. So until you deal with your problem, your ailments won't go away. So if you always have migraines, until you deal with the stress in your life that's causing those migraines, you'll always have migraines. So how you think and feel matters, to the point that it creates ailments or inspires healing. And Marissa Peer, she always shares a quote. And if I had a better memory recall, I'd tell you who quoted this, but she always says, "What the tears don't weep, the organs will." And it's so true. Let me know if you can relate. Okay, so my stuff is ready, and it's a good thing because I'm hungry. So I'm just going to take these out of the oven without burning myself. And it looks really great. Usually I don't have fries with rice, but whatever, that's how things turned out today. Kind of like spaghetti. Usually I don't have spaghetti with a side of fries, but sometimes that's how life works out. So let me get a plate and I'll be right back. So I was having a little laugh because I like looking at Cooking with Gina on YouTube and seeing what the most popular video is. And it's fun to see like some videos increasing in views. It's interesting, some of the videos I thought might get a lot of attention versus other videos, I wonder if you can relate. But I thought it was really interesting because the video I posted not even a week ago about garlic spaghetti with peas, it's like the most simple thing I've ever made. And I forget now, it had a lot of views, but now it's like 200 views. You know, it just like I was just commenting on Cooking with Gina yesterday or the day before how many views it got. And then now it's like doubled in those views. And I'm like, is that number right? And yeah, it is. So I'm probably going to have some leftovers. That's okay. I have a healthy appetite, so I might just end up chowing down on those. My intention was to use the same spoon, but with my cheese rice here, it's a little bit tricky. I always like this spoon. It's just nice and big. So I'm going to put my chickpeas right on top. The chickpeas, they got kind of hard. Same with my garlic, but that's okay. And really, you know, I just like to keep things simple, but really I should have put this all on different cooking sheets and then put the potatoes in first with the garlic, then add the chickpeas, then add the orange bell pepper, but whatever. It didn't work out like that today, and that's okay. Sometimes I don't do stuff properly because I'm just tired and I don't think. I don't like to admit it, but I am still struggling with the brain fog. So I've always been one to brain fart it out, but not since 2021. And also, sometimes I just don't do things as intended because I don't care. So I'm okay if the red or the, you know, orange pepper is a little bit overcooked, and it's fine. It really is fine. So I'm going to put some salt and pepper on all of this. Give me a moment. I feel like it needs green or something. Because I didn't know I was making this, if I could go back in time, if you will, then maybe I would not make the fries and I would have like green peas. I also bought some green beans, or maybe I'd put like green peas and corn. I think that would be really nice. Or I might just do my original plan with tacos. All right, so it's my favorite part, and that's to test this out. I'll just give you your zoom in. I don't know if I've been doing that. I'm trying to remember. Pictures do not do justice, that's for sure. Okay. Not okay. Okay. That was just a nice piece of rice for what it is. The cheese tastes really good. It's not sticking to my teeth, which is a relief. I actually forgot about how vegan cheese has been sticking to my teeth. I wonder if I added more cheese, if it would stick to my teeth. This has a texture like Philadelphia cream cheese, but I'm still tasting some kind of like plastic taste in there. I can't exactly pinpoint it. It's not a big deal, but maybe it's the container, you know, the very like rubber plastic container that it comes in. Maybe that's what I'm tasting. Anyways, it's really not a big deal. It's just something I'm noticing. So now I'm having a bite just with the chickpeas. Really good. Chickpeas are a bit over roasted and hard, like I was saying, but it's really not a big deal. They're fine. And you don't have to roast them either. Really, they just need to be heated up, or like I said earlier, you can just rinse them right from the can and use them as is. This is some rice with garlic. Oh, garlic. Maybe that's why the garlic spaghetti is so big on my YouTube channel, garlic pasta with peas. So, oh yeah. Um, had I known I was going to do like rice this style, I would have added more garlic. Mmm. Come on, orange pepper. I like eating with a spoon, but sometimes I need like a fork and a spoon. Mmm. That orange pepper is good. Really good. Now I'm going to take a bite of chickpeas, rice, orange bell pepper, and garlic. I know. Hey, don't worry. There's still lots on here. Mmm. Really, really good. I really like this cheese. And the garlic herbiness, it's in there, but I think maybe I needed to add more cheese. Or, I don't know. I felt like I added enough cheese in there. I don't know. Try the fries. Mmm. Like 2 potatoes, that's a lot of fries. And I think I'm going to be eating the rest of the fries in the pan. Mmm. Okay. Well, that's it for today, folks. Never know how dinner's going to turn out with me. The way this video started, it transformed and it still tasted pretty good. So thank you for joining me. My name is Gina Virginia Casella. Thank you for joining me with Cooking with Gina. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Gina Virginia Casella. And please remember to like this video. And I'd love for you to join my Facebook group, Dragon Dreams. And don't forget to find me on Amazon.ca, Gina Virginia Casella, Dragon Dreams, so you can order your book or you can have instant access with the Kindle version. So until next time, see ya. Take care.